and scan my audience.
Good.
Audience, hello. So imagine winding up in a hospital for an unknown reason. The doctors do a bunch of tests, your results come back, and one of your organs is failing. And without proper treatment, frequent hospital stays, a transplant, you only have a few months to live. The doctor sends you home, you have an appointment next week, and you've got some prescription drugs to put in. Proper treatment will extend your lifespan, but in the end, you have to have a transplant. There's no other option. The only problem is, you're nowhere near the top of the list, and it's going to take years before you get a transplant. So according to the Department of Health and Human Services, there are over 150,000 people right now waiting for a transplant in the United States alone. In 2013, there were only 15,000 donors and 29,000 transplants. 300 people are added to the list each month, and today alone, 18 people will die waiting for a transplant. Organ donations provide a life-altering gift to a stranger, and more people need to sign up. So first I'm going to answer some basic questions about organ donation. I'm going to defeat some myths, and then I'm going to tell you how you can sign up and how easy it is. Many people have a lot of questions about organ donation, like how to do it, the procedures necessary, types, and who gets your donation. Everybody can donate, regardless of your age, your gender, your race, or any current diseases. Even people with the current diseases can donate, because if your heart is bad, well, maybe your liver is still good. Or they can use your skin tissues or your bones or something else. If you're under 18, you do have to have your guardian's consent, but otherwise that's all you need. Transplant recipient, so if you got a heart from somebody, you can still donate your organs back. Your suitability is determined at your death. There's very little preparation needed. You don't need to do anything more than sign up later. You probably should tell your family though, so that they can prepare a little bit and let your doctors know if something happens later. There are two different categories, organs and tissues, but you don't actually sign up differently. You have to decide between giving your body to science, so like cadavers in colleges, or to organ donation, because you can't do both. One requires living body parts and one requires cadavers. So who will get your organs? It's easy. The person with the highest need gets it. Doesn't matter how old they are, their race, their gender, their citizenship. If they're at the top of the list, that's where your donation goes. So after that, you should know that 2.7% of donations are received from people from outside the United States, but they only receive 1% of the donations. So along with the previous questions come concerns and doubts and insecurity about becoming a donor due to various myths surrounding this. The Mayo Clinic addresses and answers some of the most common ones. So the first one is a doctor just is only concerned about your organs. They're no longer concerned about you. This is false. The doctor doesn't see you as a donor. The doctor's first and only priority when he's with you is to make you better. They aren't vampires. They're not hoping to suck your life out. So you come first, always. 2, I won't be dead when they take my organs. This is also false. When you die, they go through a set of, everybody, doctors go through a set of procedures to make sure you are 100% dead. But if you're an organ donor, you go through a few extra tests at no cost to the family, just to prove the fact that you are actually dead. 3, it's against my religion. This is also false. Roman Catholicism, Islam, most Protestants, and most branches of Judaism all believe in organ donation. If you have questions, feel free to go contact your clergy members. But remember, organ donation is helping somebody and it's not harming anyone. 4, I'm too young to donate. Well, children need donations just as much as everybody else does, but they need them in smaller sizes. My arm bone does not work in a child who's 5 years old. So with parental consent, everyone can donate. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, in 2012, there were 1,700 donations from people under the age of 18. There were 25,000 donations of people over the age of 18. 5, I can't have an open casket funeral if I'm a donor. False. Many people think that they will have to forego an open casket if this is important to you, but you don't have to. Doctors will make sure they cover up any kind of signs that you've given away parts. They'll put rods in for your bones, they'll use skin from your back and either cover up places that they took the skin from, or they'll just take it from there. And you'll be dressed normally. 6, I can only become a living donor if it's for my immediate family. False. While this requires extensive testing and counseling and a wide variety of other things, you can become a living donor for somebody else. Organ rejection is much minor these days. 7, my family will have to pay for the costs for somebody else to get my organs. This is also false. We all know medical bills are expensive, they add up quickly, but the only bills that your family will encounter are the ones that the doctors, are the charges that doctors try to save you. Anything else regarding organ donation goes to the recipient's family. Often the cost of the donation to the recipient is viewed in your bills, but doctors are trying to save your life regardless. Now comes the easy part, signing up. Signing up is free, easy. Most often people are asked when they go to the DMV for their driver's licenses, check the box, fill out some basic information, give your consent, done. Another option is going to donatelivetn.org, which is the website you see here. You click on the Sign Me Up Now button. It's going to be right there. And then, once you do that, you go to the second page where they have a form that you fill out, basic information, name, address, driver's license. Click Continue. You're a donor. So according to the Donate Life organization, one donor can save 58 lives. 8 of them are through your life-saving organ donations, like your organs, and the other 50 are through skin, bones, and tissues. This changes hundreds of lives because not only are you saving a person's life, you are giving a mother more time with her son, a brother more time with his sister, and a child more time with their parents. Someday, someone you know might need a transplant, and there's no greater joy than getting to spend more time with someone you love. So why don't you return the gift, sign up today, and save a life in the future. Viewed audience.
Audience. Yay!
And